And we're live. Welcome to episode number 45 of the Good Point Bro podcast.
Don't sleep.
Don't sleep, baby. This is my name's Kay. This is my little bro Cam.
Don't sleep. I was supposed to say don't sleep after that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. You can just say it whatever.
There's like 2 Q's for it. Usually
two Q's. You sounded like
two
two
scoops. Usually I say it after you say either those 2 phrases. Usually you don't say them back to back.
Yeah.
So then I just felt obligated to say it twice.
I'm with you. Bro, I noticed.
We're just going to get right into it, guys.
I noticed also that if you're like this, the mic's closer, it sounds a lot better. It sounds like Rogan.
Like this?
And the monkeys.
No.
What else does he talk about?
I don't know what that was.
Oh, I know what he loves to talk about. The Egyptians could not have built the pyramids.
What does he think happened?
The amount of, the detail behind the pyramids.
Okay, so who do you think built them?
He thinks like either like there's some sort of like time travel,
Alien technology?
or aliens, or he thinks that they were way smarter than we think. And they were like almost as advanced as us. And we just
Yeah, they had to have been because everything was literally perfect. And don't they? All the pyramids create like a.
They follow the stars.
Yeah,
And they're perfectly on that latitude axis. Also,
all around the world, they're lined up on the exact same.
yeah. And he was like, if like
your mic
one-
wasn't-
if one brick was like a centimeter too long on each row, then when you get to the top, like this
It all
wall would
collapses?
be too long for this wall.
Yeah.
I've just come to accept that
Perfect.
it makes no
Perfect.
sense on how they were able to do that, and that's just one of the questions.
What's more
I'm gonna wait
impressive?
to find out.
In the afterlife.
Just
What's
be
more
like,
impressive, the Sears Tower in Chicago or a pyramid?
The pyramids.
I won't even dignify that with an answer.
Yeah, I'm just fine.
They were saying like if that's another thing, like that Chicago conversation with Dad. If somebody was like, we're gonna rebuild the pyramids in the way that they did,
They might not get it right.
no, I'm saying
Oh.
people would watch.
I think
People would pay attention. He thinks nobody would care.
I think
Or
that.
no, you don't think. Dad thinks no one would care.
Well, you're talking about when we were in Chicago on the rooftop. Yeah, we were. I would watch.
100%.
I wouldn't watch them build it, but I would be interested, like keeping up with how long they are and all that.
You would if they were doing a live stream.
Yeah.
And they were having like nightly updates.
And what would they use? Machines, not people.
No, they would use the same like equipment.
That's what you would do it.
Yeah, I understand.
Use this. Try to do it the same
The
way.
thing that they didn't even have any of that machinery, or we think they just used actual people
They probably had
carrying it.
cranes. They probably had it all.
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, but since you brought it up, I saw a video a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, and it was like snapshots of like old school snapshots
Mm.
of the pyramids being put together. And someone was trying to say that they were all man-made like a while ago.
Yeah.
And that's why you're not allowed to like take pictures from inside the whatchamacallit, but I think it's just one of those things trying to like debunk the whole, just
Yeah.
trying to get, it's like clickbait.
They're like 100 years old, actually.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to say. And I also
Have you? Like Despicable Me, when dude steals the pyramid and then it's just an inflatable.
but
They were.
I think
that's like sneak dissing.
Well, like I guess, but like the fat lady falls on it or something. And
the
it just,
kid wanted to.
Oh, yeah,
he
the
ran
kid
with his
falls.
airplane.
Oh yeah.
and then he lands on. He's like.
Yeah.
All right. Big week in the NFL. The Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
The Pro Bowl was this week.
Exactly.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
even know.
The Pro Bowl was yesterday.
It's the worst
They played
all-star
flag.
game in sports.
They played
Maybe-
flag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I heard about that.
How do we fix the Pro Bowl? Is there even a way?
Well, I mean, who cares if they fix a Pro Bowl? Because the NFL makes billions of dollars more than any other sport anyways. They don't need the Pro Bowl to work.
I know, exactly. Just have
Just
like
don't even have it. Just
have
announce.
an all-pro team.
Yeah, first team, second team, and then
Yeah,
that's
just
it.
like the NBA, but without
It's
the
a
All-Star game.
waste of time.
Like the NBA at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's a waste. Well, they do that. They do first team All Pro and all that. But I'm just saying,
Right, I'm
make,
saying that's it.
yeah, that's it. Don't even have the Pro Bowl because it's just flag. Nobody wants to see that anyways. Have a skills competition. Like
I mean,
they did.
Huntley was in the Pro Bowl,
Just have like a skills competition, and then
and now
maybe-
he'll forever be a Pro Bowler.
maybe they
Huntley.
maybe they can figure out, like, they have the skills competition stuff, kind of like what
Yeah.
the NBA does.
Yeah.
Just figure out a different
They used to have
Like
that.
what could they?
QBs would throw it 100 yards down the field.
I know. What could they do besides the Pro Bowl that would engage people? Like what type of game? What type of activity?
I'm sure you guys heard this before. If you took the two worst teams of the regular season,
The Bears and the Texans.
Bears and Texans play
For the number one
for
pick?
the number one pick.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
And now, but
That's it right there.
if you, but the thing is let's say that the Bears didn't have a number one pick.
No, I'm saying one of us.
Yeah, I know.
But so I mean, there would be. How are you going to try to figure that out? Like, what if the Bears didn't have a number one pick this year? But I think you could tweak that very.
Dude, that's one of the
easily enough.
greatest ideas I've ever heard.
It would be. I would
right.
rather watch that game
Yeah.
than the Super Bowl.
I'm just gonna go ahead and explain what you were saying.
Did I not say it properly?
No.
you did. Fine. You were fine. I think it was fine. All right. Look right into the camera. So basically, the Pro Bowl is trash. It's really hard to watch, and I kind of forget it even exists. So take out the Pro Bowl. Take the worst two teams in the league this year. It'd be the Texans and the Bears. Those two guys square up. Winner take all, number one pick. Now, it's kind of weird because whoever wins gets the number one pick, and then that would be considered being the better team. So that makes it a little bit weird.
Yeah. That's kinda
So what
weird.
if you did the loser gets the number one pick, and then both are just
No, you
trying
gotta
to
do the
lose on
winner.
purpose?
I think that would millions of people would watch that game.
Like,
millions
how
of
fun would
people.
that be just to watch? The two
That'd be
worst
awesome
teams.
because they would play their hearts out. You're playing for the number one pick.
The players would? I don't think the players care.
You don't think they play for the number one pick?
I think so. You could call it.
Yeah, dude, I think so.
I think the GM's the toilet bowl. Yeah. The
May-
toilet
I
bowl.
mean, maybe the GMs be like, listen, if we win, I'll give you all bonuses or something.
Yeah, there you
something
go.
to play. I mean, that's
Money-
what they would do
money
because they're
incentives.
playing for the number one pick. That's one of the biggest assets you can have.
In the XFL, the winner got $1 million split between the team.
Yeah, they have more than that.
What if they replaced that this week with like the XFL Super Bowl? Or the, what is it, USFL?
I don't care about that. I'd rather see the two worst teams play for the number one pick. If it's not NFL, I don't care what football league you are.
You will.
What do you mean?
You will try.
Well,
Do you bleed? Huh?
Maybe. They had a couple guys come out.
Yeah,
what
the
are they
U-
going to call that?
No,
USFL.
the USFL, which they have now, Birmingham, not Birmingham.
Yeah.
I mean,
is
I
it
don't care
Birmingham?
about that.
It
either.
is.
No,
yes.
but that's going to be like the minor league. So you're going to be seeing people come out of there. So you're going to eventually, more than likely, because you're an Alabama guy who you love, right?
Yeah.
You not young, but just pick a guy.
Yeah.
You're going to
Who
find
do
out.
I like?
I don't know. Just pick use your imagination. Somebody who plays in Alabama next year, who doesn't get drafted to the
Slade Bolden.
Slade Bolden.
Yeah,
He's not going to go to the NFL. He'll go to that league, and you'll be like, oh, you know what? I might watch that team because it's Saturday, and I like. him as
That
a
already
player.
happened. Bo Scarborough played in the USFL.
There you go. That's what he's saying. He doesn't care about. I said, but you.
Yeah,
like,
I
you
won't.
will.
I don't think I will.
Bo Scarborough? You want to watch Bo Scarborough?
Okay, listen, guys. I was the kid who picked Mario Kart. I like Patrick Mahomes. Luckily, I was born in Alabama, so I'm an Alabama fan. They're the greatest dynasty ever. I like excellence and greatness. I'm not going to waste my time on a Saturday to watch some scrubs in the USFL. I want to see the NFL. So even if it's the two worst teams playing for the number one pick, I'd rather see that than the USFL Super Bowl. Just being honest.
All right, how about this? We'll do like this. All right, go ahead.
So I'm taking your notes, and I went to go put USFL, and it autocorrected to useless. So it goes
Yeah.
along with what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's not
It already
coincidence
knew.
either.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, so Pro Bowl just happened this weekend. What's worse, the Pro Bowl or the NBA dunk contest?
Okay, that's easily the Pro Bowl, I think. Actually, no. What's worse?
Yeah, what's worse?
I'm going to answer this two ways. What's worse is definitely the Pro Bowl. I mean, it's bogged down to flag football already. The NBA dunk contest, you always get hyped for it, and you always get your hopes up, and then it lets you down. So as far as more of a letdown, it's the dunk contest because you just have more expectation. But as far as just plain suck, it's the Pro Bowl. Because we've had good dunk contests, like 2016 when Aaron Gordon got robbed again.
Yeah.
And that was, 2018? That was a good dunk contest. We've had, Zach LaVine in 2015, good dunk contest. We've had good dunk contests.
Yeah, I'll agree.
It's just I think the last year's one was so bad. I mean, that was the worst, top 5 worst events in sports history.
No, yeah,
Was
that's
that dunk
good.
contest, and I feel like people are kind of being a little bit too critical of it, but it is a letdown a lot of the time.
No, I agree. That's good.
But also because the Pro Bowl, the stars don't play in the Pro Bowl, and the stars don't do the dunk contest, so you got that too. Like you need stars, you need names
Yeah.
in the dunk contest in the Pro Bowl if you're gonna attract names. So, both of it are catastrophes.
Where are we at time wise?
10:13 or 10:30.
All right. Before we move into the NBA. Oh man, I did or something.
Are we making
All right.
picks or are we doing that?
No. We're saving. All right, Super Bowl picks.
Yeah.
No, we're saving that. All right. We still have a whole nother.
What's the spread on that game actually?
We have to do one. Next episode is
Yeah.
a Super Bowl episode. That's all we're gonna talk about.
Oh yeah, just save that, Adam.
We're at 11 now.
All right. Adam, we need to get you like a little backdrop right here, and then you can do like your TikTok and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Or
That'd be cool. But
Or,
then the
dude,
camera would be in the way.
you know what would be cool?
I'm 2 for 2.
You know what might be cool? If we just like
Put me in the chair.
sit you in the
Guy
chair,
in the chair.
and you're just
Shout out
sitting
to
because that mic
Spider-Man.
will work fine with that because it's not a podcast.
Yeah.
So you could just have it like far away from you, and turn the gain all the way up, and then just talk like from this far.
Hey, does
That'd be
Ant-Man come out this weekend?
And man, I don't know. I don't care. Before we move from,
So 11, I'll mark it as just jibber jabber.
I mean, you don't have to mark it at all. Just when something is good. Anyway, before we move into the NBA, I just want to point this out. Something that I've noticed in the NFL for this year's Super Bowl. It was. I mean, I saw some. There's an article written about it. Like some other people have noticed this before, but I just kind of compiled everything. How do I want to word this? All right, so should I just say history repeats itself? Is that a good way of describing it?
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean,
History
it
repeats
does.
itself.
Because they say history doesn't repeat itself. It rhymes.
Actually, I'm going to do this. Here is all the proof you need that the NFL is scripted. 2017, Astros, Warriors, Eagles, they all win. This year, Astros, Warriors just won. The Eagles are next. Then we got Jalen Hurts, Carson Wentz, MVP candidates disrupted by an injury. Tom Brady wins over Carson Wentz. The Eagles come back to beat him. Patrick Mahomes wins over Jalen Hurts. The Eagles come back to beat him potentially. Next, we got top 5 defenses, top 5 rushing games. Next, we got Doug Peterson, second year as Philadelphia's head coach. This year, Nick Sirianni, second year as Philadelphia's head coach. Carson Wentz, second year as the starter. This year, Jalen Hurts, second year as the starter. I don't know. I don't know if the NFL is scripted. I don't know. But if it was, this is the script I'd write.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cash?
That's cash. Yeah, that's cash. That's cash. But I mean,
We can let that one fly.
it is pretty weird. It is pretty.
That's
weird.
some coincidence.
Because not only that, Carson Wentz was the leading MVP candidate. Everybody said he was going to win it if he didn't win.
Jalen Hurts was
And
the
Jalen
betting
Hurts
favorite.
was the Vegas favorite. So by a pretty good margin. I think Patrick Mahomes was like a plus 250 at that point.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts was like a minus 120
170, I
or
think.
150, something like that. So he's a pretty big favorite at that point.
Yeah.
And they probably, if he doesn't get hurt, they probably only lose one game. I think they win out. So that's just an automatic
I do
MVP
too.
if you go 16-1. I think they remind me of the Panthers too. Remember I was talking about that because the Broncos ended up beating the Panthers, who got smoked by the Seahawks a couple years before,
Yeah.
and the Chiefs got smoked by the Bucks 2 years ago. And I think that the Chiefs' experience might expose the Eagles a little bit, just like the Broncos' experience might expose the Panthers.
Mhm.
So who knows?
Save that for your picks. That'd be good.
Yeah.
But that's all I got really in the NFL right now. And then we got picks coming up next week. So if you're a big NFL fan, make sure you check that out later in the week. All right. We're gonna go ahead and move over into the NBA. Besides the dunk contest that we already went over, it's almost All-Star weekend. Just in time for the trade deadline, Kyrie Irving requests a trade from the Nets, and he sends over to the Mavericks. And with the Western Conference the way it's looking,
They have
they have a good shot at making the finals.
Listen,
they have a good shot at making the finals.
They have the best offense in the NBA. They have 2 of the best ISO players in the NBA. When Luka goes to the bench, I think that like they just lose every single lead every time he goes to the bench. So with the rotations, everything, Kyrie's gonna be able to hold that down and just help him out, get him more rest, which is gonna help him in the playoffs. Because if you remember last year, he was so tired during the playoffs. Like, he was just out of gas once they faced the Warriors, and they ended up – I think they lost in 5, or did they get swept? I don't know. Either
They
way.
lost in 5.
Yeah, either way, they got
They
smoked.
lost in 6.
No, they didn't lose in 6. You can look it up. I don't think they did.
I got it.
Either way, they got
Sorry.
smoked. Luka Doncic was definitely, like, out of gas. So I think that it's going to help him a lot. Also, I really like the I've heard a lot of criticism about this trade, but to me, I love this trade because – if you're Luka Doncic, this is one of your best years. You're entering your prime. Don't be the organization that wastes your superstar's prime.
Yeah, it was in 5.
Go out and get people. Like Cleveland didn't go out and get anyone for LeBron and then ended up losing him the first 7 years. So the Mavs organization did it right by not wasting a year of Luka's prime and going out and getting somebody. I think that was smart by them. But on that note, what is Kyrie Irving's mind at? Like where? Like you go to Brooklyn with KD. You told him that you didn't want to go to the Knicks. You want to go to Brooklyn because you want your own legacy, blah, 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 blah. And then you go there for 3 years. You get Harden. You run him off. You look like the best offense ever. You only win 1 playoff series when y'all 3 are together. And you're like, this is your final year under contract. Everybody thinks you're going to ball out because that's what you do. You ball out. Sure. You say to the organization, you like what they're doing. You like Coach Vaughn. Everything's going smoothly. You're the 2nd seed in the West with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant goes down. You start playing good. Like you're playing your best basketball of your career. You say you like where the organization is at. And then all of a sudden you just request a trade. I mean, it just makes no sense. This guy makes no sense. If I was any organization out there, there is no shot I give him a long-term deal. No shot. Yeah. I mean, he's just so unpredictable. You never know where his head's at.
For me, though,
I like it with the Mavs because it's 1 year and you're done.
yeah.
It's 1 year and you're done. You see
It's
if
Kawhi.
you can win the West. Yeah. But nobody should give him a long-term contract. No one. Because as soon as he gets that money, you have no clue what he's going to do.
Well, I guess
0.
the contract extension they offered him was a 3rd year only if they win the finals. So it's 2 years and then an automatic 3rd if they win the finals. Which is super weird.
I mean, he just said he wanted a long-term deal with the
But here's the
Nets.
thing. Like you say like nobody saw whatever. To me, if you would have said, hey, Kyrie's going to be traded by the deadline, I would have 100%
Preseason,
believed
yes. Preseason, yes.
you. Most of his time on the
But
Nets.
his words, I guess, mean 0, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah. But
If I was on the outside and I never heard a single thing Kyrie said and I just watched the games and watched his pressers, maybe, then I'd be like, okay. Like, if I didn't have Brian Windhorst telling me when he poops, I would just think, okay, he's probably going to end up getting traded.
But you got to think, like with KD, like the KD perspective, he's got to be like, what just happened? That's why you got to choose your friends wisely. Because this man took him to Brooklyn, left him in the dust. Now he just got a bunch of B guys. He's not going to win the title. He's wasted 4 years of his prime.
Yeah.
Like, this dude's in his prime.
Well, I'm hearing that
He's trying to prove that he can win without the Warriors, and that went straight down the toilet because not only did you leave and you lost and you've only won 1 playoff series, but the Warriors won a title. I mean, this is just – you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I love it.
No, that's good.
And I think that KD kind of deserves it because you went to the Warriors and you ruined the NBA for 2 years. And if you didn't go to the Warriors, LeBron would have 3-peated. So you got what you deserve, KD.
Oh, it's personal.
Oh, it's personal. It's personal.
Where we at, Adam?
We're at 19.
19? I mean, I don't know. I only got
Oh,
10
I got
minutes
more
in me.
stuff
This is
over
going to be like a YouTube clip.
Well, I have something to add with the.
It's tough during
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about.
what?
I forgot to look this up, bro.
See, I'm just
Welcome.
going to say this
Yeah,
for
go
the podcast. You thought everybody I know thinks that watches this podcast. I'm sure that Katie's an NFL guy or Caden is an NFL guy and he's just better at it. But when it's NBA season, it's my time. Like I'm gonna be out here talking like Stephen Naismith Not A. Smith, Stephen Naismith. I'm that dude when it comes to the NBA. I'm just letting y'all know. What are you looking up?
All right.
Well, since we have a second here,
Yeah, go ahead.
seeing that the trade deadline's coming up, it's 5 days away, right?
Hey, did y'all see LeBron's tweet?
No.
He said maybe it's me, because he wanted Kyrie. What is that? What do you think he means by that? I was kind of confused. Like, is he saying like
the owner
maybe
of
it's me? Like Kyrie doesn't want to. Right.
Yeah, well the Nets are saying that the owner said he was not going to give him to the Lakers. Like he made it his mission not to give him to the Lakers.
And that's why he said maybe it's me. Oh, I guess because like everybody just wants to see him fall.
I don't know.
That's how I interpret that.
Well,
I think that's interesting though.
so I was just gonna throw out a couple of future bets that people might be interested in, because there's also whispers of KD also being traded. I guess
Yeah, I
somebody.
bet now.
Yes, well, somebody from the organization said, like, put out a statement that said, "I hope that we have his complete dedication." So people are saying that he might be dipping out, and two of the teams that he might end up going to. One of them's Golden State. I heard a possibility they're running.
That's what they were saying before the season too.
Right. So Golden State's at plus 1,200 right now, right?
To get him,
No, just to win the
To win.
championship. So now you.
if they get KD, they're the favorite, 100%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's
100%.
why I said this is kind of like a fun, future bet, because you're kind of betting on that they will get him. So it's
Right.
great value for plus 1,200.
Right.
So I could throw
Oh.
$100 on them now.
Yeah.
They get KD, they become the favorite.
Right.
And-
But you already got your
But I have my $100 in, and then the other one that I was hearing talking about is that
Clippers.
the Suns, and the Suns are plus 1,800. So if you went out and just put a fun bet on the Suns to win the championship, and they get KD, that could change the whole thing. Where that 1,800, it only goes to plus 450.
I do
Yeah.
think
By
that if
the
he
end.
goes
So
to
those
the
are
Warriors,
two, just if you want to have some fun and make a future. But
Yeah,
you're
for
going to
sure.
know if you win or lose in 5 days if he doesn't go to Golden State or to the Suns. I just heard that earlier today, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there
Yeah.
for whoever wants to.
You almost are like maybe the Warriors should have struck while the iron was hot and traded Wiseman before he turned into a G
100%.
League guy.
I do think that if KD goes to the Warriors, it will look like it will be bad for his legacy, like bad. I mean, he'll be like
Listen,
he
man,
will have
he's not gonna end
no
up top
respect.
10, man. He's
he-
just not.
no, he's not. He's not. He's like a Dirk, that type of guy. I mean, he could have been more. I mean, he's 7
I have
foot
way
with,
more respect for
he's
Dirk.
a 7-footer with a 7'6" wingspan and can pull up from 30 feet. And he can
Yeah.
drive, and he has a handle, and he's quick, and he has good defense.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
right.
It's kind of a funny situation.
But this is what I wrote down that I was going to go over a little bit. In honor of Kyrie going to the Mavericks, I want to relive with you guys the 2011 Mavericks playoff run, okay? So first round, they play Portland. They win in 6 games. Next, they play Kobe and the Lakers. They sweep them. Kobe and the Lakers sweep them. Then they play Oklahoma City with Harden,
Russ
Russ,
and
KD. They win that in 5. Go on to play the Miami Heat with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, the super team, and they win in 6.
Yeah.
That is the craziest run ever.
Yeah.
It's the craziest run ever, and I'll never have more respect for a player, honestly, than I have for Dirk.
Okay, it's his one.
That is insane.
His one title is no doubt better than KD's 2 titles.
Oh, 100%.
so
100%.
do you think you put Dirk over KD all the time?
I have more respect for him.
Yeah, but I don't.
You don't,
Okay,
you don't have
I-
more respect for Dirk?
No. I'm saying I don't put him over KD.
No,
but
no, I probably
100%.
Just because
I
KD's just a generational scorer.
Yeah.
Like, he's
a
ridiculous.
top. But the sad thing about KD is he's definitely a generational talent scorer. But
Yeah.
is he a better scorer than LeBron? No way. No way. Is he a better scorer than LeBron? They have the same career average. LeBron has a better career high. I think they have the same playoff average in points, but LeBron does that at a better field goal percentage. I will say this. KD's a better shooter, but as a scorer, I think that he's a letdown for his talent. I think he is a letdown. I think he should have been the best scorer ever, undisputedly. And I think that he has underperformed for his talent scoring wise. I would say LeBron is a better scorer. Huh?
I've heard that before about somebody.
Who? LeBron?
LeBron.
I can't do that. You can't do this right now.
Oh, do you guys
I'm-
want to touch on New Orleans real fast for your fans?
Oh, about the trip?
Or do you want to do like a second behind that?
Yeah, man. So we ended up taking a trip to New Orleans this weekend to see the GOAT, LeBron James. You know, it was pretty cool. Cameron walked up, shook his hand, and he said, "I've been watching the pod. Good stuff, man." Cameron was like, "Thanks, I appreciate it. You're the GOAT." And he was like, "I know." So he was like, "You're the GOAT." Cameron was like, "I know." So
That happened in my head.
Yeah.
But I saw
what really
him-
happened is we were in the second 15th out of 16th row of the second deck,
Yeah.
and we saw LeBron, and he still looked massive from
Oh, he looks so. Everybody did.
Yeah.
It's crazy in the NBA just how big they are. Like, I understand why they try to separate them from fighting, because they're just massive
Yeah.
people. They could do a lot of
Huge.
damage.
huge
But-
people.
Yeah. He had an off game. You know, he scored like, what was he, 25, 8, and 7, and he shot probably like 40% from the field. It was just one of those games where he didn't have it, and you know, he's still. The cool part is you can still tell that he affects the game in so many different ways. Like, he kind of
Yeah.
controls the pace of the game and everything. But
One thing I'll say is this: seeing him pass the ball looked like cannons.
Yes.
Where it looks
is insane.
like he's just like this, and then it just
Yeah.
cannon shoots
like
the ball across the court.
he'll effortlessly pass it so fast. It's
Yeah.
unreal. And AD had a good game, but he
Yeah,
just-
AD played well. He just didn't get the PT really.
Yeah.
He had like 34 or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
On
27
probably
early.
like
then
high,
he
very high
didn't.
percentage too. He had a lot of putbacks and stuff.
Oh, I also want to say thank you guys for all the support so far on TikTok.
Yeah.
We've been growing a lot, like 400% over the last couple months,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Hopefully we just keep that trend.
Yeah, if we keep
Keep-
that trend,
Keep checking it out. Keep liking the videos.
if you like, if
Comment
you,
what else you want us to talk about.
if we keep that trend, I don't know if you guys remember early in the podcast, Cameron said you will be greatly rewarded.
Yeah. You will be.
And if you're
What
here
is
now
that from?
and we keep
What is
that
that
trend,
from?
you will be greatly rewarded.
What is that from?
Don't know.
Or
Nothing.
no, I think I said from Toy Story 2 or 3. I was like, "You saved my life. I am eternally grateful."
No, that was Toy Story 1.
No, that was Toy Story 3.
You said you will be greatly rewarded. That's what you said.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, I know you're talking about those. No, those three. The
Yeah,
three
Toy Story
green guys
3.
is Toy Story 1, bro.
That's too. He
It's
said
Toy
that in
Story
Toy Story
1.
3. He
Yeah.
said that in Toy Story 3 because the bear.
Yeah, they could have said it
the
over and
bear
over.
was three.
What it's from is they're in a crane and
Oh,
they
yeah.
put the
Yeah,
thing and
they got him.
and then they say
They
that
got him.
because we
You
saved
saved
them
our
from
life. We are eternally grateful.
the box of toys.
Yeah.
The crane of toys.
And one of them turned into Sid's dog's chew toy.
Who?
Sid.
Oh, Sid, yeah. Sid's one ugly looking dude.
Yeah. All right,
Where
we're
we
good.
at? I
Where
mean,
we
I don't
at?
have anything else. How much
Yeah.
time we at?
28.
That's fine. This is a little shorter one.
Yeah. Here's what I can do though. Dude. What is this? Oh, that's the maybe it's me thing.
What is you? Because the reason the Lakers couldn't pull this off is LeBron wanted Westbrook, and Rob Pelinka caved to him. So they didn't have anything to give Brooklyn. The Lakers don't have any assets. Remember, LeBron came, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, they're moving this guy and that guy, and they're getting AD, and now they're moving this guy and that guy, and they're getting Westbrook. Well, you sold off your assets. So if it's a poker hand, it may be time for the Lakers to fold them. What are they going to give anybody other than an awful Westbrook contract? They just
That's
kept
not
saying
an
yes to LeBron. And listen, they got a bubble championship out of it. But Pat Riley started saying no to LeBron. And LeBron's like, I'm out of here. All right, maybe it's me. If you look at Russell Wilson, we've got to...
Nah, I disagree with him to the point where he said it's a bad contract because it's an expiring contract. So teams that want to get a big free agent, it clears up a ton of cap space. So he's wrong on that. The Russell Westbrook is actually an asset in a trade.
Well, just for this year. I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
just
not
for this
trying
year.
to win.
Right. So I'm
The thing
saying
about the Nets
I'm
right
saying
now
a
is
team like Brooklyn
I
is going to
don't-
want to put somebody aside to KD.
Well,
so
this
trading
is
for
what I was about
Westbrook
to
and
say.
clearing up $40 million is
I
a
think
plus.
that they traded for another trade asset. You know what I'm saying? So now they're going to trade Dinwiddie and whatever his name is and the picks. and they're gonna get players right now for to pair with KD. But when you get Russ like that, you're only freeing up, cap space in a year.
Yeah.
You don't have any trade assets, so they could trade for guys like, like Zach LaVine's been on the block a little bit, and then you got like DeMar DeRozan, I guess, eventually, guys like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't trade for Zach LaVine though.
No, but I guess the Lakers, there's been proposed ideas for that, but I don't think that's a good trade for either team really.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think that their only option is to just try to do whatever you can this year, and then you lose Russ and get somebody else in free agency.
Yeah. All right, that's all for episode number 45 of the Good Point Bro podcast. It's been a pleasure. If you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I worked at Chick-fil-A, so pleasure's something that's in my blood.
Given.
All right, go check us out on TikTok at goodpoint.bro, on Instagram at goodpointbro, and as you guys know, on YouTube at the Good Point Bro podcast. Also, our Adam Olaskevich is on TikTok now, throwing his picks out. So if you guys are big bettors, go follow him. You guys will see him around a lot. We're expanding, growing the Good Point Bro community.
Yep.
It is what it is. All right, till it isn't. See you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Stay safe. Jeez, man, we gotta write one.